All right, so time is valuable, and time is one of our most valuable assets. But you know what's even more valuable than time? Our energy. Because it doesn't matter how much time we have, if we don't have the energy to accomplish the things in that time, well, then it doesn't matter and they don't get done. And in case you didn't know, friction is one of the biggest energy sucks we have. Now, I'm not talking about physical friction, what I'm talking about is systemic friction. Systemic friction is basically the things that happen on a daily basis that suck up our time, increase our cognitive load, and burn us out. So some examples are the coach that doesn't clean up after class, the client that always complains about every single workout, the printer that never has paper, or trying to even just dig your iPhone charger out of the bottom of your bag. So what I want to do today is talk about some ways to remove this friction in your life, lessen that cognitive load, and get you some of that time back. One of the biggest culprits of friction is actually decision fatigue. I mean, we're faced with decisions on a daily basis, and we're faced with so many. How to deal with this coach, how to deal with that client, how to modify for that client, how to respond to this email. And it becomes overwhelming at times. This is actually why Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every single day. Literally, from 1998 to 2011, Steve Jobs wore the same exact outfit so that he could literally wake up in the morning and just get dressed. He didn't have to think about what to put on. He already knew. Alleviating decision fatigue is all about creating systems, which is something that we should be familiar with. We create systems in our business, but how many of us create systems for our personal lives? Sure, we have systems on how to coach a class, but do you have a system on your morning routine? Do you get up at the same time every single day? Do you have an evening routine? No? Well, that kind of answers that question. I mean, how long does it take for you and your spouse to decide on where to go for dinner? That one's the worst. I mean, literally just sucks up so much time, burns you out, creates stress, increases that cognitive load, and by the time you're done with that discussion, you don't even want to go out to dinner anymore. All these little decisions on a daily basis take up bandwidth. And when that bandwidth is taken up, we don't have room for other things, like creating a brand new program or mentoring our coaches. It just doesn't happen because we don't have the time or the mental capacity to be able to handle that. Speaking of that time that I talked about, like trying to figure out where to go for dinner, like, do you have a system for that? Like, what would happen if you and your spouse picked a specific system that on some days you decided where to go, and then on others they did? Like my wife and I, that's what we do. So I'm born on the 9th, she's on the 18th, which means on odd days I get to pick where we go for dinner, and on even days it's her choice. So what's one system that you could implement today in your life to help remove friction and get some of that time back? Now I'm going to be launching a new fundamentals program really shortly. And so if you're looking to learn how to battle cognitive load and become a time Jedi, let's just set up a discovery call and see if you're going to be a good fit. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that little notification bell, and make sure to subscribe to our mailing list. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.